Good morning. How are you? All right, let's get started here. I think we already have somebody operating. There we go. Sawyer, how you doing? – 11:02 in Texas. Yeah, I have a daughter who lives in Houston. It's 12:02 a.m. where I live. I'm on the East Coast. Well, not on the coast, but I'm in the Eastern time zone. Now, I don't remember what we had planted. I think we had barley. Oh, we had canola. So I think we're rotating canola and then barley over here. So I will do barley. We're going to have some stuff to do next time. Now let's see. One of the things I looked at, I did not have I had it installed. I didn't have it activated. Was where is Oh, let's see. Maybe that was a planter. I just installed, yeah, the lizard. Oh, now this one does all the arable crops. Okay, but it only does seed. See, it does not do seed and fertilizer. Ah, See, that's unfortunate in the lizard that we can't have both. I'd like to get rid of this thing and use just a normal one, but I can't find the one I want. Let's see, we can take a look at contracts. We have bell wrapping, and that's probably the only one. Hey Reaper, how are you? All right, good. I'm doing okay. My air conditioner doesn't work, so it's been pretty hot. All right, we can grab our other tractor. Actually, I'm gonna buy a like a golf cart or something to use over here. I gotta keep an eye on my eggs. We're not full yet. We can pick these up, which is nice. Let's see, we can go ahead and grab our planter and we'll take it over there. Whoops, just went past it. Now we'll just take this over here and get it ready. Now we'll just leave this guy sit right there like that, and then we will grab the plow with this tractor when he's done. All right, just a little bit more to do here. Archie, how are you? I am doing pretty good. I'd be a little better if my air conditioner worked. Well, it's a under the window air conditioner, like a motel. It's the thermostat. The maintenance guy had to order a new thermostat, so it's going to be another week and a half before it gets here. So I'm just kind of stuck. Well, thankfully it's not been 100 degrees out, but it has been humid. That's been the problem for me, is the humidity. Because I use my air conditioner just to control the humidity, and I've not been able to do that for the last, well, all this past week. Yeah, well, thankfully I have another week, week and a half maybe. I talked to the maintenance guy early this morning, early on Monday morning. It sure does. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get on here tonight. Did you have a strenuous day? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it won't be too hot out for you. Now, here in a few minutes, we can check our contracts again. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I haven't even sold any of my own crop yet. So none of the money I've made has been from selling harvested crops. It's all come from contracts and stuff behind the scenes. Well, now that's a good way to do it. Gamer Shadow. How are you tonight? Well, okay, thank you. You get your PC back. That's awesome. Does that mean you're having it worked on? Well, I'm glad you'll be getting it back. And I certainly hope they did a good job of fixing it for you. I do not have a PC. I wish I did. I was just thinking about that train, and there's the train. Okay, Gamer Shadow. God bless you. Thank you for coming by, saying hello. Well, I might eventually be able to buy one. I don't really know if my hands would let me play using a computer that much, though. I don't know. Oh, really? Well, now that's interesting. I think before I look into buying a gaming PC, though, I think I'm going to buy a printer so I can print out coloring pages. Oh, that's awesome, Archie. I thought about getting like what is that, a Logitech G29? Is that one? That's one of the steering wheels, I think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A steering wheel might be a lot easier on the hands. Oh, you have the Logitech G29? I've never had one of those, but I have seen a lot of people use them in videos. That's why I'm aware of them. Okay, Reaper. Yeah, I never know for sure unless people let me know they're still around. Wow, my TV just went crazy. Yeah, you know, somebody mentioned a few months back about me getting a printer. Actually, it's been quite a while back. Somebody mentioned that I might want to look into getting a printer because there are a lot of like the coloring pages that I would like to have multiple. I'd like to have more than one so I could color them in different ways. So somebody did suggest that maybe I get a printer. So I thought that's a cool idea. So I might end up doing that. Hey Eugene, how are you? Oh, okay. Now I've had a computer system in the past, but not for several years actually. I think I actually have a printer bookmarked on Amazon. I can't remember, it's probably a Brother, but I don't remember which one it would be. Well, I hope he can get it working for you. Of course, I suppose it could be just an incompatible printer. Are they separate devices, or is it like a all-in-one machine? The scanner part works, but the printer part doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Oh, they're separate components. Gotcha. As a matter of fact, Archie, I did. Bam. I would still like to figure out how to sell them, but I'm just not sure how that works. Let me see. I do not know how to make this thing work. Maybe it has to be this way? See, I just do not know how this thing's supposed to go. I just do not know exactly how this is supposed to go. Well, because this is what sells the eggs. This is what sells the eggs. I have to put this, I don't know how to place it though. I don't even know if that'll work. It's only 500 bucks. I guess we'll find out. I don't think that worked because it should have automatically sold those right there. But I'm going to wait and see if any more spawn. I don't know what to do. We'll see what happens. But I do have, let me see, I did actually I got you one of these to haul eggs in. Let me see here. Main color. Oh, that's the only option we have. Not a lot of options on that, is there? Oh well. All right, $5,000. Oh my goodness. . Oh, this is going to be to transport the eggs if I can't figure out how to sell them. If nothing else, it'll look cool. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Finally starting to cool down just a little bit. My air conditioner don't work. So until it starts cooling down at night, yeah, that thing has to be positioned in a certain way for it to work. And I always forget how to set that thing up. Yeah. Yeah, that motor's kind of loud. I don't think it is. Yeah, that's why I pulled the camera back to help control the volume. Oh no. I'm trapped inside the building. Perfect. Now I'm just going to leave that sit like that. I got to figure out where it's spot. Does it spawn the eggs back here again, or will it sell it? I don't know. We'll find out. But I'll leave that sit there like that. Whoops. There we go. Oh, but what I want to do, well, I think I like having that right there for now. Well, there, that makes it quieter. Oh, you're playing Ark Survival. Awesome. How long's it been since you've played that game? We'll put this stuff in here because Monty is a hoarder. Actually. Sherry never really has watched at night. She's never been Farming Simulator, so, and that's okay. There we go. Now we let Monty have a couple of eggs stashed. I have no idea if what I did to this thing up here is actually going to help or not. I don't know if it will. Okay, Archie, God bless you. I actually have droopy eyelids too. I was just thinking that myself. God bless you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me for a while tonight. I hope you sleep well and have a great day ahead. Good night, Archie. All right, we got that done. Now we can check contracts again. I was thinking I might have forgot to do these. Sure enough. Come on, people, what are you doing? Hey Joe, how's it going? Yeah, I'm tired myself. All right, now let's check contracts, see what we got. Well, we're really not going to have much of anything. We got bell wrapping. Oh, look at this. We got plowing contract for $32,000. Whoa. We are definitely doing that one. Except well, all right, let's see. We're going to have to go collect. Now we can go over here. We'll collect on these two contracts, and then we will accept the that baling contract also. And we'll go do it. Okay, collect 3,900 and 10,800. Nice. Okay, now we can also do this one right here. So we will borrow the items for this one, and that's up there, Dee Dee's farm. Now we have used this one before. I'm going to turn on the auto drop before I forget about it. Well, hey, JR. How are you doing? Okay, Joe, God bless you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I'm doing okay, JR. It's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Now this field will not take long. We did this one before. So I'm going to have to kind of figure out how that works. There it is. I do like the auto drop. Well, this contract's simple enough. All right. Now, at least contracts like that are simple. Yeah, those are real easy money. I like those. Okay, Eugene. God bless you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, I like those kind of contracts. Now, one thing I don't care about, like the fertilizing contracts, is for whatever reason I have to pay for the fertilizer. I don't think that's right. Okay, Reaper. Right. Alright, there's no other contracts right now. Actually, I think I'll just leave the truck parked over here for the time being, because we can check contracts again here in a few minutes, and so we may need the truck here. Oh, okay. I haven't done a lot of that kind of stuff. I haven't done any pigs or anything to get slurry. I wouldn't mind trying some of that sometime though. Let's see, what are we doing here? Ghost Reaper art. So it's just going to be Ghost Reaper. Okay. Nice. Sorry guys, I had to stop there so I could read chat. $80 degrees at 1:20 in the morning. Let's see, it's not quite that hot here finally. The humidity has dropped off a little bit. It is 70 degrees here. I'm just glad the humidity is starting to drop down. JR, you're in Florida? Whereabouts? I used to live in Daytona. Before I moved to Hawaii, I lived in Daytona. Jacksonville, okay. I did some remodeling jobs up in Jacksonville. That was years ago. That was 20 years ago when I lived in Daytona. Yeah, just south. About an hour's drive from Daytona up to the suburbs of Jacksonville. Florida almost killed me. I was not expecting Florida to be as humid, and the humidity in Florida almost killed me. I almost got sun poisoning my very first day there. Now, when I lived in Daytona, I ended up renting a room from the manager of the Salvation Army homeless shelter, her and her husband. Well, now, when I lived in Florida, I certainly preferred the winter days because it was much cooler, less humid. Same thing with Hawaii. Yeah, I could say the same thing, uh, JR, but some people might call me conceited. Yeah, I like living in Honolulu. I did not like the humidity. I would not mind at all being able to retire in Hawaii, but I could not afford it. I paid $2,100 a month rent. Yeah, that was a lot. It was a nice place though, and it was like just a couple of blocks away from the football stadium, Aloha Stadium. So I was able to walk over to the stadium. We would tailgate and do football games. It was awesome. Then the last place I lived in was a small one-bedroom house, and I paid $1,400 a month for it. No air conditioning or anything like that. It was horrible, miserable. Oh yeah, I went to the flea market there. We went all the time on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I went several times. That thing was pretty cool because it circled all the way around the stadium, the outside. But we would have friends from New Zealand and Australia come in, and we would take them out there to the flea market. Now, for the last few years that I lived there, I lived in Waikiki. I lived at one end of Waikiki, and I worked at the other end of Waikiki. So I bought myself a moped, and I could get back and forth to work for $3 a week. Yeah, it worked out real well. At one point in time, I just rode a bicycle to work because all I had to do was ride through the park. Because I was living at one end of the park and I was working at the other end of the park. So I just rode my bicycle across the park. No, after I got sick and had to quit doing construction work, I started driving her for a parasailing company, and it was just driving around Waikiki, picking up customers at their hotels and taking them back. But I had to pick customers up from 80 different hotels. Oh yes, rice. 3 times a day, sticky rice. Not minute rice, sticky rice. Oh yeah, I gained about 25 pounds after living in Hawaii for a decade. Yeah, I like the Hawaiian culture, the aloha spirit, thus my username. Now, I was surprised that there is a lot of racism in Hawaii. I was surprised about that. I don't know if I'd put New York in my name either. Now, it used to be funny, JR. Every time I'd go out to dinner with my friends, it would be funny because, like, they would, like, they would give all my friends chopsticks and they would bring me, like, a fork or a spoon. And I'd be like, could I have chopsticks, please? And all my friends would be like, could I have a fork, please? I'm the white guy, and I'm the one using chopsticks. But it was funny, because they always would bring me a fork. Everybody else would get chopsticks. The white guy gets a fork. And it would happen like that all the time. I still eat with chopsticks. Oh, it took me a long time to practice, and I'm still not like real good with them. No, you're probably not going to pick up as much as you can with a spoon. I learned to use chopsticks eating peanuts out of a jar. It was very good practice, a very good way to practice. And once you get to where you can pick up 2 peanuts at a time with chopsticks, then you're probably pretty well guaranteed to be able to survive anyway. Yeah, I think it's more for the novelty. Almost finished with this contract. There it is. That one worked out pretty quickly, all in all. Now let's see if we have a contract. Yeah, that's the only plow I tend to use. Uh-oh, look. So that building is not correct. I do not have it on there correctly. I don't know how to use this building to sell eggs. I can't get it put on there right. I don't know how to position. Okay, JR, I'll let you talk to me. This is where I had it. I had it sitting right here, but at one time I had it like this also. I had it like this, and it did not work. So then I changed it and put it like this. And I don't know how to make this work. Like this. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll just place this here. It worked. There it is. Now, why did it not work when I had it like that before? Because I did have it like that before. I just had it turned differently. But I did have... It didn't work. But it's working now. Thank you. I don't know why it didn't work when I had it that way. Now, I bought that thing. I don't really need it, but we're going to leave it there for Archie. Now, that's how I had that thing set up to start with. I don't know why it didn't work, but it didn't work. But now it does. That's all that matters. Alright, so now we need to see maybe a new contract. What do we got? What do we got? Sowing some wheat. Let me see. Yeah, we can do sowing wheat. All right, so sowing we can do. We're going to be doing wheat. So we will accept this contract. Now, now this is what I was talking about. I don't really like doing these types of contracts because they make me pay for the seed. Now we're going to be planting wheat. Well, now see what I did? I don't mind doing fertilizing quite so much because I bought the bigger fertilizer with the the fertilizer tank with the unreal capacity. So I have 100,000 liters now. And the same thing with the sprayer. It has the unreal capacity. So I don't mind using it because I can get it for free. I use these right here because I can get seed for free out of here. I can get the seeds for free so that I can use it, but I cannot. I don't have a big enough planter. I don't have anything that will hold the large amount of seed like I can the fertilizer and the sprayer. So I don't really like doing the seed. I have to keep an eye on it because here's what I got to do. Let's see. We have to go here. We have to go here. And then we want to turn seeds off so the helper is not going to be buying the seeds until the tank gets low. But that's what this was going to be for. Let me see. I was going to buy where is... See, I want one of these. I want this. But it doesn't have the fertilizer to go with it. It's $134,000. If I had this one, what's the capacity? What is the capacity? See, I can set this up to where it has a large capacity, like, I can't even read that. What is it, 25,000 liters? So that would probably be enough where I could do the whole field. So eventually I'm going to buy that. Is that the blue one? The kind of light blue? Okay, yeah, I like that one too. But I wanted the Colossus because it has the larger tank. Yeah, I saw it in the mod hub, the mod store. Oh, it uses liquid fertilizer. Oh, I did not realize that. I've seen it in the mod store. I've never really looked at it because I don't use that kind. Whoops, I do this all the time. I forget what I'm doing. I always forget that because this thing, I'm so used to just pulling into a field and hiring the helper as I pull into the field. And with this thing right here, it just does not work that way. Yeah, I'm still not used to it. It throws me off every time. All right, now we can work. Now I will have to keep an eye on the seed tank, and if I get close to running out, I'll have to go back into the settings and have the helper start buying the seed again. Now I know if I was planting soybeans, it would use that tank of seed real fast. And it might with the wheat also. Well, you're not a distraction, JR. But thank you. God bless you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And thank you for helping me get the egg selling point set up correctly. JR, the whole reason I do the live streaming is so I can chat. I want a chat room. The play in the game is just the background entertainment. Same thing with my coloring. That's why I color also, so I can have a chat room. All right, thank you, JR. God bless you. I hope you have a great day. Oh yeah, look how fast the seed is going down. Well, we will have saved ourselves a little bit of money. Yeah, that's the only reason I do that stuff is so I can have a chat room. I'd rather chat with people. It's more fun. I just do the gaming and the coloring as a background entertainment. There are I've seen a few people that do live streams, but like one is Kim and Angela. They stream together. What's this gonna pay? Oh, 16. Now I'm just gonna let this guy run as far as he can go on the amount of seed we have. We're down to 54%, so he's already used half a tank of seed. Well, now that's true. They may not have, so you may become a trendsetter, a true definition of the word influencer. All right, we're down to 40% in our seed tank. I just wanted to come over here and check out this pond. Nice. Well, that's good that you're doing something unique. I think by being the one who's doing something different, Reaper, that's going to help your channel. Ah, but you have figured out how to make it work. Yeah, see, I think that will help your YouTube channel. We'll let the seeds run down just a little bit more. We're down to 7%. I'll wait until we get down to about 2% or 1%, and then I will change the settings and have the helper buy. All right, we're going to let it drop down. And that's close enough. Settings. And we'll set them back up to buy. So we don't run out. Well, Reaper, I'm hoping your channel works out for you, so by the time you're able to make money legally, you'll be set. You'll be good to go. Alright guys, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I need to take a quick break. I'll just let you go ahead and ride along with this cedar and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Well, it won't be too much longer. We can check for new contracts. Oh, Reaper, I was able to buy Dee Dee's new book. It was delivered today. Or actually yesterday, Friday. I was surprised. It came today, yesterday technically, during my live stream, which was really cool, because she's been having problems with it. I think they finally got it all figured out now, though. Oh, well, I understand that, Reaper. I bought it just to support Dee Dee, that's all. In fact, I had just bought 2 other coloring books. So now I just got 3 new ones. Oh, okay. Well, nobody expects you to buy that coloring book, Reaper. Well, we're almost halfway through with the contract. I'll check other for new contracts here in a second. All right, let's see. Do we have any new contracts? There is a mowing, and that's right next door. We can do mowing, so we will borrow the equipment. And we're just going to go right up above the field we're working on. The battery died after 22 pencils. Well, it didn't last very long, did it? Now that's something I have never used before, is an electric pencil sharpener. Hey James, how are you? Oh, you're going to get your PS5 fixed today? That would be awesome. I hope that works out for you. Now we'll see if we can see our other helper when we get down a little bit closer. I can see it over there. I just can't really make it out what it is. I've always thought it looked cool when you can look over into another field after what type of contract? I did a baling contract. I tried to keep the bales. It would not let me. Well, a mowing contract, there are no bales. There's no bales. Now it could possibly give us a contract to bale this grass, but generally it does not. It bales it itself, and then it gives us a contract to wrap the bales, because we've wrapped this field before. It's taking this guy a little bit to figure out these corners, isn't it? There he goes. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool, James. Now, I think it's not going to be too much longer before I download, what was it? Possum Mountain, is that it? So we can go on there and take a first look at that map. But I'm going to delete one of the other maps that I have first. Now look at this guy making a pass that only does that little tiny bit. That does not make sense. Yeah, I've kind of thought about like maybe getting that, James, but before I can, I got to go buy me like I got to get a gift card because I'm not giving PlayStation my banking information. They ripped me off before. Yeah, unfortunately, I learned the hard way with PlayStation. Of course, one would think that PlayStation would be able to be trusted, but that did not turn out to be the case. All right, we are just about done with this one. Yeah, I don't have a computer, so console is the next best thing for me. Alright, got that one done. We'll just go ahead and take this back. Oh, you got an Xbox, okay. I wouldn't mind having like a nice gaming laptop. But I don't really want to spend the money on one, so. Better check the map again just to make sure that I had all of our stuff done. I think I did. All right, 5,000. And 32,000. Wow, nice. And we'll be collecting another 16,000. Let me see. I don't believe there was anything else. Nope. I don't really want to do that one. We could, but it's not really any money, so. And we are doing the headland roads now. Of course, it's still going to take a while. We're at what, 80%? Looks like we have 2 more trips around the field. Yes, James, I agree. They are too expensive. But I figure if I ever get one, I will more than likely do a laptop as opposed to a PC. But I think I'm going to start with getting me a printer. Let's see, this guy's got a little ways to go. Let's take a peek at something while I'm thinking about it. I am wanting to look at, let me see, factories. Popcorn. Where is popcorn? I just kind of have to look through stuff because I don't know what they look like. That's, oops, right there. Popcorn. Now let's see, where do we want this? We want this. Over here. I just don't know where at over here. I'm thinking. Oh, it says I don't own the land. Oh, I just own this part. So what do I have to, what do I need to do up here? Well, I still can look and see where I can put this. Because I really think I want to put this over here. Maybe something like this. Whoops. It might have to go this way. Is there anything on the back side back here? Oh, see, that might be perfect. That might be perfect. I might be able to put this like right here. Right up against these trees. Oh, there's a power pole there. I guess maybe I could try to put it like right there. Right on the edge of that power pole. I don't know. So we might have to sell something. We might have to sell this. I don't know where I'm going to put this. So we might have to get rid of something like this and put it over here somewhere, which would be fine. Yeah, we might do that. We might get rid of that building and this building, and then we can put the popcorn factory over here. We might get rid of this greenhouse thing here too. I don't know what that's for right now. I know we're going to sell the house because I don't want the sleep point. But we might put the popcorn factory like right over here. That might be cool. Let's see now. Since I can't do that at the moment, how do I buy? Oh, I gotta buy this right here. And that's how much? 271,000. You know what? Let's buy that. That's for Jacob and Amber. We can go ahead and buy that. Nice. Now, wait, where are we at with this guy? Is he done? He is done. I thought this guy was done. That contract had disappeared. Now I got to put it back on here. That's crazy. I thought that contract was complete because it wasn't up there. Or I didn't see it. It had some other stuff up there. Now, instead of just going down and planting as he's driving right down this edge, got to drive all the way down to the other end. Let me see. Contracts. Yeah, there was nothing else except for that little tiny spraying contract. I don't want to do that. Now, if Haight had actually planted as he was driving down that other side around this corner where he just started, we'd be done right here, right where we want to be. Yeah, I'll have to be careful about what I'm doing. I don't know a lot about computers and stuff, so I will have to, I'll have to do some research, make sure I get the right kind of, get something that is equipped properly. I've been streaming for just over 3 hours, so I am expecting my low battery warning. Now look, this guy's, what's he gonna do? Drive all the way back down there again? I'm thinking I wouldn't mind getting a steering wheel for this game. I think I will look at that as soon as we get done with this right here. I thought this was done there a few minutes ago, but it wasn't, so. But it's almost done now. Well, it's still going to end up having to drive all the way back up to that top corner to figure this out. Now it's going to drive all the way back down there when it could have done that a long time ago. I didn't realize it was going to take all this time for this guy to finish the last little bit that it has to do. Driving back and forth across the field, not doing anything. Now he should have done this because this is where he was at when I thought it was over, because that wasn't up there. It had something else up there. So I thought he'd finished. And he was right in this corner. He should have just kept going. All this time later, then he ends up coming right back here. There we go. Alright, now we'll take this back. Whoops. My controller just went dead. But that's alright, I'll get it plugged back in here. There we go. I got it plugged in. I'm going to have to grab my other controller, I guess, because this thing went completely dead, so now it doesn't recognize that it's plugged in. I guess you guys can still hear me though. I gotta grab my other controller. Alright, I had to grab my other controller, guys. So this one drifts to the left just a little bit, or to the right sometimes. I don't like using this one. My controller battery is not lasting very long at all these days. I don't know why. Well, I don't have too much more that I'm going to do, but still, I would have thought that would last longer than that. All right, now. $16,000. All right, now let's go up to Jacob and Amber's, and we'll see about putting down a popcorn factory. I don't really know that much about the popcorn. We did have a popcorn factory on Riverbend Springs, but we really had not got into using it. See how that drifts? Oh no. I don't know why they needed so many signs right there. Alright, now let's see what we're going to be doing here. Is there a sleep point here? Yes. So I need to sell this house, but we can put them in a different house. So let's go here. We're going to sell the house because we don't want a sleep point. $95,000. Woo! Nice. And then I believe we want to get rid of these over here too. Yeah, we don't need this. Let's see. Can we use this? Maybe. So I'll leave that for now. What is this? I don't know that we need that. Or that. I know I don't need that. Well, we'll leave that for now. What is this? Okay. I'm gonna leave all that for now. Let me see here. If we put corn in this end right here, where does it spawn? Is that where it spawns? If it's gonna palletize it? I guess it's on this like a loading dock over here. So that would be okay. Because we're going to set it up to sell anyway, whatever we do. I'm just looking at where we want to put it. I think we could put it like back here, like this. Yeah, we'll use that rock right here. I think we can use that rock. Maybe we'll push it about like that. Now we have a tree in the back of our building, but that's okay. I think that's going to work like that. Let me see, though, I don't know. That may not be where I want this. Let me look at this for a second, because although I do kind of like the way the rock kind of works as like a decoration. That's kind of cool. Well, maybe we can leave it like this. It does look kind of cool. Alright, so then we have to be like buttered popcorn. What kind of popcorn are we going to be making? Chili? Ooh, chili popcorn. Chocolate. There's garlic. And here's just plain popcorn. That's what we're going to start with. So we'll set up plain popcorn for selling. And then I'm assuming that what we have to do is just put corn in and we get popcorn out. Awesome. And it's a 1-for-1. Nice. But I want to look and see what we need to do some of this other stuff. So I need to have this down this way. So that, whoops. Oh, this thing's being annoying. I think for chili peppers. Okay, so we have a greenhouse. What about chilies? What do we have here? Can we activate something here? We have water. We don't have any water in it, but we can get water. We can get water. Whoops. All we have is rice saplings, okay? So we don't want to activate this. I don't need that. We're going to sell this. We don't need this. I want to go see what's all this about over here. Okay, I probably don't really need that either. We might put a greenhouse up here, guys. I think we will. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this. It's not going to serve us any purpose. Let's get rid of the greenhouses because I'm not going to do rice. I want to put a greenhouse for chili peppers. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And then we don't really need this. We don't need this. Nice. All right. We will keep this barn for now. And I don't know what kind of paddock this is. I'm not sure what animal goes in here. We're going to go over there and check that out here in a minute. We may keep that. I don't know. I'm really not wanting to do animals, but we'll wait and see. Let's see. I think that's all I need to get rid of for now. I wonder if there is a collectible over here. I can't remember if I've looked. Well, I know if I looked, I did not collect it. If there is one, there might be. Well, I don't see a collectible. It could be that there was one in here and I collected it already. Or maybe there was not one in here. I don't really need this barn, but we'll keep it. Let me see, what is this? Well, not something we need, but we'll keep this right now, for right now. That, you know, maybe they got grandkids and that's a good little playhouse for their grandkids or something, I don't know. What is this place? Is this something we need? No. See, it doesn't even tell me what this is. Apparently it's not even usable. I don't guess it's usable. Yeah, how come this doesn't tell me what this paddock is for? Is it chickens? All right, let's look here. Let's see. Construction. I'm trying to think. There's some houses that can be rented. And I'm not sure where they're at. There is a corn dryer also. Maybe I don't have that installed. I don't know if that would be something I would want to use. I wish that would work, but it doesn't seem to want to work. I'm trying to remember where those houses are. Where are those houses? Generators? No. Maybe they're under here. I'm just going to blast all the way down to the bottom right now, guys. I cannot remember where it put these houses that can be rented. There's 3 different houses that can be rented. And I don't know, I can't remember where it said it put them. We could put a decorative house, but for $270,000, I'd like to find the ones that can be rented. Because it will make us money in the background, and it's not here though. Where is it? Factory. Could it be? Oh no, that's one of those kits. Okay. Tools. Maybe it was tools. Yes. See, we can rent this house. So there's that house. Let's look. There's that house we can rent. Or we can rent this house. I like the first one on this property. Or we can rent this house. And that's the one that's on Granny's Knitwear. So I actually like this house. And maybe we can put it like right here. There we go. And now we'll start making money. So I just got to remember it's under tools. When I saw tools, I remembered that's where it put it. All right, so now that'll make us some money. Now we need a greenhouse. We need a greenhouse. Where are my greenhouses? What do I want? See, I could use that right there. We could use this one. But then again, we might only need that. That might be enough right there. Let's look at it. Kind of a nice little spot for it right there, isn't it? Let me see if I can figure out where the, I guess we just need, It's hard for me to get things out to where I can actually look at it and see what's happening. Where does it spawn? The pallets at when it... I see where the water goes. And all we need is water, so that's easy. We can get a endless supply of water. This fits pretty good right here, so let's just put it right here like this. It fits pretty good. Oh, now it shows me where the spawn site is. That's not where I wanted it. But that's okay, we're not going to be spawning anyway. But it would have been nice if it would have showed me that, because I would have turned it around the other way. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to sell it and redo it. Now that I know what's happening, we'll sell that. And we'll put this over here. That's still going to be okay like that, because that barrel looks kind of nice. Oh man, trees get in the way. Really mess with the camera, trying to be able to figure out. Come on now. I'm just going to put it like this. We'll put that barrel right there like that. That'll be okay. Just like that. All right. That'll work. Now, we may have to put our water supply over on this side, and that's okay too. We have done that before. So now there's water. Where is the water? Where would that be? I'm not sure where everything is that I want. I don't know where the water is going to be. I don't think it's generators. Oh, let's see. I can't remember where the water supply thing is. Oh, silo extensions maybe? Maybe silo extensions. Yes. Right there. Whoops. What was that? See, automatic water for greenhouses. Now let me think. Where do we want to put this? On one of these I had put it like right here, and it kind of got attached to the actual greenhouse. So I think maybe this time we'll move it out away a little bit. We'll put this right over here like this, as close as we can to the tree. There we go. Now, see, we have 5 million liters of water. And now let's see, storing. We want to distribute to our popcorn factory. So we're going to activate that one. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. And we have popcorn. Chili popcorn. We're going to activate it, and we are going to sell. We also have garlic, so we can sell garlic popcorn because we have garlic. So okay, we just need the corn now. Nice. All right. Jacob and Amber are set up for popcorn. Now, I do need to buy more fields for them. Let me see here. Let's take a look while we're here. I'm going to buy this field. I'm going to buy these fields, but let's see. Let's start with this one. And then they're going to have these fields also. How much is this one? 147. And this is 68. I'm not going to buy those two yet, but we'll get all the rest of these prepped. I'm not going to do those tonight. We'll do those next time and get them ready so they can all be planted. We're going to make one big cornfield. Well, we're going to make one big cornfield out of this right here. This is on the other side of the hardtop, so we can't do that, but we can make one field out of this. But there'll be corn in both of them. All right. And we may end up putting something else up there too. We'll see. And of course, that is their silo. We'll have to move it. Let me just see what kind of contracts might be available at this point. Nothing. Alright, so we'll just go back down to the farm. Actually, we're going to have to advance the clock. So we're just going to go park down here at the farm, guys, and then that's going to be it for tonight. Whoa! This controller has that drift. Woo! Come on. There we go. That drift in this thing can be deadly. Alright, now we got to advance the clock just a little bit here, guys. Let's see, do we have anything new? No. It's probably not going to give us anything new. We may just have to sleep. Oh, this... Oh no, now it's going to rain. Yeah, see, it's not even going to give us any stone picking. Okay. See, we can start right here next time. That's why I did this. We can start right here next time. Stone picking $25,000. So we can accept this contract. We're not going to do it yet. We're going to accept this contract. And we're just going to get ourselves set up. Because we can do stone picking in the rain. Now we can just leave that sit right there. And we will save it again. And that's where I'm going to leave it sit for tonight, guys. We're just going to leave it sit here. So I'm just going to actually pause the game. Right there like that. I'm going to leave it sit here until next time, guys. And then we'll do that $25,000 contract. Sorry, guys, I had to yawn and stretch all at the same time. But we'll leave it sit right there for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me while I played this game tonight. And we'll do it again Wednesday night, I guess. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll do it again Wednesday night. Until then, God bless.